What might we be doing next week? We're going to need something to watch on the telly next
we
week,
are.
aren't
There's
we?
no Euros anymore.
There's no Euros anymore. Any ideas of us as what we might turn our attentions to?
Our next guest has been a stamp of quality inside our tellies for over 20 years. She now stars in Series 2 of Suspect, beginning next Wednesday at 9 on Channel 4. So please welcome an actor made of some seriously talented stuff. It's Anne-Marie Duff!
Anne-Marie Duff! Control a round of applause for Anne-Marie Duff! Here we go! Team, you can't get enough.
I think you should get T-shirts
Yeah,
made.
and she loves an aubergine.
I do love it.
She loves an aubergine. I mean, you love a vegetable, but you specifically love an aubergine. I know this because I've been listening to you on Dish, my favourite UK podcast.
I know, it's really fun, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, of course, because why would you listen to yourself? But yeah.
Yeah, so Angela Harner and Grimmy host the Dish podcast with Waitrose. I've been on there, and it is they ask you like questions you'd be asked on in many other interview situations, but they're just funnier. It's the same question, but it's just funny,
about
isn't
the
it?
pair of them together. That's
Yeah.
really,
So you love cooking.
Yeah.
You went on the show.
Yeah.
Angela Hartnett, what did she rustle up for you?
I just made this extraordinary like courgette and pea tart. It was just so simple, but you know, it's just perfect.
Yeah,
she's a genius, you know.
Yeah, and you say, people that don't like an aubergine, they've never had a proper aubergine.
Yeah, you have them in the Middle East or,
Yeah.
in the Mediterranean, and they're gorgeous. But here we're really bad at cooking.
Can you rustle up your own aubergine?
Yeah, because I like to do, or you could do it very French, make a proper ratatouille with slowly,
Yeah. Do you think one of the things that people think about aubergine, or is it just me? Right. No, I'm not. By the way, I'm not going where you. No, I'm not going. Oh, hang on a minute.
Everybody else was.
Okay. What I was going to say is they taste a bit fleshy. Because they do. They remind me. I mean, I've tasted animals, but I just think they're a bit fleshy. But that's because they're probably not prepared, right?
That's correct.
What you're
Mr.
speaking
Evans,
to.
That's correct.
Don't you think? But that is the mistake. You
Yeah.
don't know where they start and where they end. It's like that whole joke about a tongue sandwich. I love a tongue sandwich, but I never know when I'm finished.
Tongue sandwich. That's not. But your missus is a brilliant cook.
She's amazing.
She must cook a good aubergine.
No, we don't. We very rarely have aubergines. Now, okay. Clearly, you were referring to the emoji aspect of the aubergine. All right, you went there. I wasn't going to go there. Honestly, it wasn't even on the radar. But now we've gone there.
Well,
I would be a coward to run to the. So I'm not going to run to the other. Here's what I think about that.
Yes.
Here's what I think about that. Mm-hmm. Please feel free to join in, Anne-Marie Duff.
Okay, my career on the line.
No, not at all. But mine might be. I don't get it.
No, I know.
I don't get it. I don't get
I wonder
why.
who the first person was who went, oh, this looks a bit saucy.
Yeah, does it? I don't understand the aubergine you-know-what thing. I don't understand it.
I could think of other vegetables, for example, that would be more appropriate.
So can I. And they are waiting in the wings.
They're feeling a bit hard done
They're
by.
going, hang on a minute.
Robbed.
I look miles more like the male appendage than that swollen aubergine. Is that true or not?
It is, my friend.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, how come the aubergine?
Who was that person who made that
And it's
decision?
funny. Aubergine is funny, and it looks funny.
It is. Let's not rob it of its comedy.
Yeah, his comedy is great, but it's not representative of any I've ever seen. And I've seen loads because I'm a bloke and I've had the communal showers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, other blokes may have seen more, but I've seen a lot. I've never seen one aubergine-shaped, coloured, anything.
No.
No. Anyway. So apparently you're in this new TV... No, it's not a new TV show. Suspect Series 2.
Yeah, season 2, we're back.
Season 2, you are back. And it's all not about you, but it's all about your character this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Jimmy Nesbitt's in jail.
Yeah, he's incarcerated in more of a mental health institution.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, he's sectioned.
Yeah.
So that's his character, not Jimmy.
Yeah, apparently. It's all over
Did you say
I'll be all
aubergine?
over Twitter.
It's the aubergine. It's all over the aubergine. Sorry, Jimmy Nail. What am I on about? Jimmy Nesbitt's character is incarcerated.
Yeah.
Your character takes centre stage this time.
Yeah.
Tell us everybody about the two-hander aspect of Suspect, which is why we love it.
Yeah, it's got a really lovely conceit. So season 1 was all about Jimmy's character, who's a police officer, and he discovers it's a really fantastic opening. So he pulls back the sheet in a post-mortem and discovers it's his own daughter.
Yeah.
He's told she's committed suicide and he's convinced she hasn't. So he goes on this journey to try and prove that she's been murdered. And each episode is only 2 actors, really. And they're half an hour and these huge long scenes. And I was in 1 episode of season 1, but I knew that I would be doing the same thing as Jimmy in season 2.
Yeah.
So then I take over as he's unavailable. I then... because he's told me that he thinks she's been murdered, so then I have to take the baton and try and discover the truth.
Right, so for
myself.
people who haven't seen season 1, and you don't have to watch season 1 or season 2, there's a little sort of recap at the beginning of the first episode of season 2, but why wouldn't you? You could actually watch season 2 and go back. They're not mutually exclusive towards each other. Your character does what for a living in the nicest house that's ever been on TV?
Oh, I know, it's such a cool...
I know.
Mid-century. So it's my character is a psychotherapist, but the work that she mostly does is through hypnotherapy.
Yeah. So who is your first client, in inverted commas, that we see in season 2?
So Dominic Cooper
Yes.
is the first fancy pants actor that appears.
Yes.
There are lots of fancy pants actors in the show. I was very, very excited. And he reveals very quickly in the story something incredibly dark, which is the catalyst that makes me go, I have to solve
Right,
this.
so his character rocks up at your character's swishy house.
That's
I don't know what her rates are, but they must be pretty decent. It's like the greatest house I've ever seen. It may be one down from the one in Tranquillum.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tranquillum? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
The Nicole Kidman house, but that was the house. But
Yeah.
this isn't far off, right? So anyway, so he pitches up. He says he wants to give up smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your character reluctantly says, "I'm not really seeing anybody
Because I'm
at the moment."
grieving my daughter's death,
exactly.
and he wears me down, and I say, "Okay, I will treat you."
Right, so your character has a consultation with him, and then thinks, "What the heck? Let's go for a hypnotherapy session."
Yep.
Right, now we can't say any more about what
No,
happens.
but
next.
something happens while he's under.
Yes, it does, and it's very scary, and he's very scary, and he's brilliant at being very scary, which is his job. Hypnotherapy, right? So, did you do any for the part? We were fascinated by hypnotherapy. He's had hypnotherapy, Vassos here. Have you? Can you do it? Can you do it on me now? Are you doing it on me now? Is that what? Is that
Why
where
do
the
you think you were
aubergine?
talking about
Did we
aubergine?
just talk about aubergine, or was I under? What happened there?
It's extraordinary, my
Yes.
power. So I did a bit of studying around it, and I learned a lot of because it's very physical, actually. A lot of things that happen in the therapy room. You know, it's about the way you sort of get people to relax their bodies and things. It's fascinating. We couldn't really make it an absolutely authentic session on screen because it would have been quite dull for the audience because it takes the time it takes. So it's a television version, but yeah, it was amazing.
So did you learn to do it?
Oh no, I think I could not say that I learnt to do it because that would be. I think there'd be all sorts of complications around people who are allowed to do these things. But
Right.
no, I didn't learn.
No, but
to.
you can learn online. I mean, there's loads of videos
Yeah,
online.
I did that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what I mean. I couldn't say that I've learnt to do it. I don't
Right.
think I'd be able.
I'm fascinated by it. So you've had hypnotherapy, Vassos,
Yeah.
for your fear of snakes.
I had a massive fear of snakes a few
Can I
years
just
ago, yep.
can I pause on there a 2nd Sorry, I promise we'll get into it.
Yeah.
The fear of snakes thing, it's only just occurred to me. There's nothing wrong with that. We're supposed to be scared of snakes because they're really
true,
dangerous.
I know, that's only a natural
I would
human-
go to hypnotherapy if I wasn't scared of snakes. Yeah, excuse me. What's the problem? I'm not scared of snakes. Oh, right. Okay, sit down.
Lions, tigers.
Yeah, no, look,
Yes,
yes,
exactly. Guns. Yeah, I'm not scared of anything. All right, you need to sit. Lock the doors. He's not scared of anything that's bad for him.
no, fair enough.
Why do people go to hypnotherapists? Because they're scared of snakes.
Yeah, but if it's all consuming, I guess.
It was a bit like, you know, if a word snake appeared on a
Oh,
text,
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to.
propophobia,
Yeah, and then I wouldn't be able to see them on telly. You know, if there was a
that's-
snake on telly, family members come rushing and sort of
So
hiding the
snakes
telly.
on a plane, not for you.
No, I mean that would have been the absolute worst thing. Yeah.
That's that guy this week. True story. He got stopped and arrested at the airport in China for
He had snakes in his bag,
how
didn't
many?
he?
No, in his pants.
In his pants, that's right, he was in his pants. But there was something insane, like 50 snakes.
104.
104.
That's not so. Presuming that wasn't you then,
No,
Vassos.
no, that wasn't me. I'm still not keen on them. But we did it. We did it in a sort of showbiz way. So it had to end with me. Are you still scared of snakes? So somebody came in from Chessington Zoo with a massive python.
Called Monty.
Monty!
Yeah, it was called Monty.
Genius.
But you know what happened to Monty? Because Monty was female Monty, and Monty had baby pythons, and they called one baby python Vassos, which is still at Chessington Zoo. I don't really want a snake name. I'm okay with them. It worked. Thank you very much. But
Grass
I still
or-
don't want a
Little grass or slithering around.
snake.
Come on, carry on the story.
Anyway, it does work. And it's not, because it wasn't actually, obviously everyone should be scared of snakes and lions and guns and stuff, but it was, I'd put sort of other trauma onto a fear of snakes.
Ah, so the snake was taking the heat.
Yeah, the snakes were taking the heat
Well,
for
isn't
all other
that
stuff, and that's
everything,
what.
though?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
But and
you
it
know.
really, what it does is it just rounds off the jagged edges
Right,
in the brain.
got it.
But that's proof that the argument, it's never about what it's about, isn't it? In
Exactly, yeah.
life. It's
But
always-
that's where the conversation goes, isn't it?
Yep.
With Dominic Cooper.
Yeah.
I met Dominic Cooper. So I went out with him once. That
Oh,
wasn't
what a night,
that
I'd say.
wasn't an early night. He likes a night out, doesn't he?
He surely does.
Oh my gosh! Morning, Dominic. He's got loads of hair as well.
He does have
Travis
too
came
much
in. They
hair.
just had all the hair.
I saw them with their hair.
How great are Travis?
That was so beautiful.
You love
It was
music, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, it's so important though.
Yeah.
But just listening to them, and they sounded amazing.
They're good because they if you say it from down deep below, then people hear it down deep below. If you speak from the tummy, people hear it in their tummy. You don't need ears.
It's true.
Ears are for the shallowest and the frothiest of conversations.
Yeah.
So the therapy aspect of it. Have you had therapy? No.
Yes, I have.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Did you? Can you? You are. Of course, you're allowed to draw from your own experiences.
Yeah, and I've got actually a couple of pals who, one of them's a clinical psychologist, somebody else is a therapist, so it's quite interesting chatting to them about it. But yeah, it's nice having been in the chair and then talking to people who are in the other chair, you know.
Yeah. And then it cracks on. I also watched episode 2. You can't put it down. I mean, I don't really have time to watch stuff like this in my life because I've got 5 children. I get up at 4 o'clock every morning. But I love, honestly.
And they're half an hour, the episodes, so
I know.
it's quite nice to...
It's one of those ones where you want it to be longer, like The Simpsons. You know, 'cause The Simpsons, because it went to the break. You gets to the break, and you think, hang on a minute, no, oh gosh, yeah, it's one of those ones. It was like the Grand Prix last Sunday.
yeah,
It was the only Grand Prix in the last 10 years that you think, please don't end.
Yes, you actually want it to continue.
And the football on the semi-finals.
So excited.
Where are you watching the football?
I think we'll be at home, but I might have a house full of teenage boys.
Might.
Ooh.
Would you prefer that?
Yes, of course.
You wanna get them all round?
Because they'll be so
Will
excited.
you put on a spread for them?
Yeah.
What kind of aubergines?
No, because they're teenagers. They'll be like, oh, I'm eating that.
Because you're a big vegetable fan, aren't you? No, you are. No, you are. You said it
I
on
feel this is getting out of hand.
No, you are. You love your vegetables. You got Angela Harnett to just prepare vegetables for you. Is this true or not?
I just
The
said...
innuendo's in your head. It's not in my mouth. I'm trying to have a conversation about healthy eating. I'm not joking.
But yes,
So
so
difficult.
I will be
It's fun, but it's difficult.
laying on a spread, she said, swiftly moving on, for probably a lot of hormonal boys.
Okay, let's get to episode 2 of Suspect Series 2. Ben Miller.
And Tamsin Gray.
Yeah, Tamsin Gray, yeah. Mostly Ben Miller, a bit of Tamsin Gray in there.
Yeah.
He's good, isn't he?
He's and the nicest man
I
you'll
know.
ever meet. And so, obviously so funny, but we did just giggle and all the way through.
And it's not a giggly
But that's the thing, the more serious a job is, generally, the more fun you have.
Like nursing, isn't it?
After a cut,
Yeah, understandable.
You need to.
So you can't. The thing about this is we can get you excited about it, get you to the party, but we can't really say what happens because everything is a deal breaker after the first 15 minutes of episode 1. Is that right?
Yeah, true. It's
Okay.
a thriller.
Season 3. Who's going to get the centre stage season 3 then?
I'm not sure. Who knows? Because I think they want to go in a different direction because it was originally a Danish show.
Right.
So we've kind of stuck to what they did.
I didn't
But
know
then we'll see what they decide to do.
So it's one of those things where it works, and if it doesn't work here, it's just because you messed it up.
Yes.
Bit like Top Gear could be.
I know.
You can't say well, it wasn't a good idea. Anyway. No, it was the biggest show in the world. You messed it up. Okay, fair enough. Now moving on.
Or maybe the show had just died and you were trying to
No,
resuscitate it.
there's nothing wrong with the show. It was me. It's all my bad. Anne-Marie. You've won awards. By the way, Bad Sisters, come on. Let's hear it for Bad Sisters. Woohoo! You can pick a hit, can't you? You wouldn't have done Top Gear. I should have talked to Anne-Marie about it.
Should give me a
Anne-Marie
bell.
would be like, don't be stupid. So where's the BAFTA?
Do you know what? I have I've got some awards over the years, and I keep them all in a cupboard in the spare room. But I
Cupboard?
yes, but because you don't be shelf. But I can't quite put my BAFTA away.
You're quite right too. By the way, the cupboard you keep your awards in, does it have a glass door?
No.
Why are they in a cupboard?
Because I'm an Irish Catholic, I'm like, oh no,
All the guilt.
no, I can't admit to.
No way.
I know. It's just. Also, I have had the experience of going into somebody's house where they've had all their awards on display, and that just feels a bit weird.
So, when did you last go to Ant and Dec's then? Ant and Dec have won so many awards, right?
mean.
We asked when the NHS, we were doing auctions for the NHS during COVID.
Yeah.
COVID's still going on, so during lockdown, let's say that. And we said to Ant and Dec, have you got anything? They gave us 2 of their awards to auction off.
They said, oh, I don't know, a couple of awards.
Yeah, we've got so many more. Do me a favour. You'd be doing us a favour. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right, rituals. You talk about rituals a lot because you love playing on stage. Tell us that great quote that Dame Maggie Smith told you about the difference between playing on stage and being in a movie.
Oh no, I heard this. I wish she told it to me, but I heard her being interviewed, and she was very, she's so dry, and she was just saying, the trouble with being on film, she said, is you'll do the greatest acting of your life, and someone will come up and go, oh, but her cardigan's all wrong.
It's true. It's true. It doesn't. I can't do that. I can't do that. What I did. By the way, my cardigan was wrong before the camera started rolling. It's your job to make the cardigan right.
So sometimes it can feel like you don't. Whereas when you're on stage, you're, yourselves like here, sitting in this chair, you have control of the situation.
That's what made me think of it.
And it's so thrilling, and also terrifying, and like you were saying to the guys with Travis, so much of a live experience is the jeopardy of it.
Totally.
You think, what could go wrong, and how will they deal with it? And that's the fun of it, and that's what the live experience is.
People say, but what if something goes wrong? And I reply, but what if it doesn't go wrong?
Yeah.
You need it to go wrong.
Who knows what will happen? Something amazing can be born of it.
It's what sparks you to life.
Yeah.
What else can we say about Suspect to get people to watch, to tune in?
There are the most extraordinary actors.
Yes.
So Eddie Marzan, who I've known for about 20 years, and we've been wanting to work together for so long.
Been here a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
have you seen the Amy film?
Yes, exactly.
I love the Amy
He plays
film.
Mitch, yeah. And who else have we got? We've got Vinette Robinson, who was in Boiling Point. She's extraordinary actress. Gina McKee. It's a really classy cast. So,
and you know what happens.
And I know what happens.
Because we were sent 3, I watched 2.
It's a good job you didn't come to me, because I'd have blurted the thing that you weren't going to blurt from the first episode.
Why would you do that?
Because I thought that was the sort of foundation on which the rest of it was, was
I know
built.
what you mean, yeah.
But-
It's tricky, that, isn't it? If you get a big revelation early.
Where's the house? Is it for sale?
It's in Belgium.
It's in Belgium.
We filmed, the way we have all these tax breaks now, but yeah, we filmed a lot of it in Belgium.
I wondered, because of the spiral staircase, because it doesn't have a handrail, and you wouldn't get that signed off.
You wouldn't get that?
You wouldn't get that signed off?
No.
Builder's regs.
Builder's regulations.
No, seriously, builder's regs. Because you can sign it off, and then you can take the handrail off.
Once you've got your certificate.
Yeah, it's done. Whose house is it?
But they had all this extraordinary furniture as well. That was just like, that wasn't art department. That
I've
was
never been to
theirs.
Belgium.
Oh, I cannot recommend a weekend in Antwerp enough. It's like a little Paris. It's so cool.
Antwerp?
Yeah. It's
I've never even heard Antwerp recommended before.
Oh, pal, it's so cool. It's very, very cool, and the Belgians are really cool.
Like Bruges, yes, Brussels, yes, but Antwerp.
Of course, Bruges and Ghent, but go to Antwerp.
Of course, Bruges.
Of course, Ghent.
Yeah. They're so pretty, but Antwerp is extraordinarily cool.
Cool.
You could put the twerp in Antwerp. It's a funny word, twerp, isn't it? I had a great new word, effulger, self-effulging. Look up at effulger. Self-effulging. What are you doing next? What are you up to next?
So I'm filming something for the Beeb at the moment, which is gorgeous.
Right.
It's called Reunion at the moment, and it's about the deaf community, and so there are only a handful of hearing actors in it, and so we're all signing. And Rose Ayling-Ellis is in. It's got the most extraordinary leading man, Matthew Gurney.
Are you fluent in signing yet?
I wouldn't like to say I'm fluent, but I've really been learning it. And yeah, it's what a beautiful gift for me to learn, And what a brilliant thing that BBC are going to have a big old primetime subtitled drama. That is great. So that's what I'm working on.
BBC at its best.
It is BBC at its best.
The BBC should do things that other broadcasters can't do. because commercially they're not viable.
Yeah.
That's what the BBC should do, and
That's their role.
that's
you know.
brilliant, isn't it?
And also, I'm just always on the thing for Alzheimer's Society because
Yeah,
I'm
of course
an
you are.
ambassador.
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Football. So you'll hopefully have the boys round, all the lads round.
Yeah.
You'll have all the hormones going on there.
Yes.
That's going to be one smelly room.
Can you imagine?
I can smell it from here. Noah's 15 going on 16. He's taller than me now.
I know.
I could just smell it from a mile
We
off.
can smell them, and the feet are so big. They're such big feet.
Yeah, Mum, Noah's, Tash was worried about where Noah was because she was late home last night. I said, he's about a mile in that direction.
Yeah, with the wind.
Don't worry about it. He'll be home soon. And sure enough, there he goes, bowling through the door.
I know.
Anne-Marie Duff, great to see you.
So lovely to see you guys. Thank you.
You're the best.
Thanks, pal.
No, you are. You're great. You're great. It's very difficult to meet people through a television screen, and you do that.
You are effulgence.
Oh, thank
I just looked it up.
Go on.
And it means?
Effulgence is brightness taken to the extreme. You may be dazzled by it, stunned by it, or even overcome by it. Usually referred to the sun or some other megastar, effulgence can also be used figuratively.
Oh my God, that made me want to cry.
It's cool, isn't it?
What a beautiful word.
It's cool.
Thank you, lasses.
It's like the Rumi poem that we started today's show off with. You know, chase not love, joy, wealth, or health. Merely focus on removing the objects to it, the obstacles to it, because it's always there. It's just that there's something in between you and it. And the best kind of effulgence is self-effulgence, self-love.
Yeah.
And if you close the doors of your heart and of your tummy, then you can't open them from the outside because it's somebody else's key, but you can merely push them open from the inside.
That's all we can do.
That's it.
And if things feel a bit good at the moment, don't they? We've got all this excitement with the with the Euro, and we've got a new government. Who knows? This could be the start of something fabulous.
It's so crazy. It does. I mean, you know, maybe it's confirmation bias. I don't know, but it does feel different. Yeah. Lewis Hamilton won the British Grand Prix. The odds that was
extraordinary.
On the Sunday. Only a week ago today. Did we get the results of the election? You know, yesterday afternoon, Tash and I were saying, was the election a week ago? Seems like a year ago.
It feels further, doesn't it?
All right, Anne-Marie Duff.
Thanks, guys.
Enough Duff.
Enough Duff now.
Can you have enough Duff? No. What about the right Duff?
Silence came.
Anything else?
Just don't go off in a huff.
Oh.
Do you remember Puff and Duff?
Puff and Stuff.
Puff and Stuff. Do you remember that? It's great, wasn't it? Oh, gosh. So I just want to keep chatting today. It's a chatty day.
It is
Better
Friday.
play some music. Otherwise, they'll want the records back. Rock and roll. 9:45. Anne-Marie Duff, everyone. Yeah, come on.
Thank you.
Here we go. Suspect Series 2 begins Wednesday, July 17, 9 p.m. on Channel 4. And it was the biggest show on Channel 4 last year. And therefore, it's most likely to be again this year.